Welcome into another edition of the Roadrunner Review, the 15-minute magazine show that features Metro State sports and their highlights from the past weekend. On this week's show, we feature some fierce soccer highlights against some tough opponents, and we sit down with Andy Lopez, one of the top scorers in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. All this and more coming up on the Roadrunner Review. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Hall. Before we get into those highlights, Miles Potter now joins us to bring us the latest in Roadrunner news. What's going on, Miles?
Well, Kevin, basketball season's just around the corner, tennis season's wrapping up, and one of our guys is left.
Let's get into it.
Peter Aragon, who has been a huge part of the show the past 3 years, has got a sports producer's job at Denver's CBS affiliate Channel 4. We want to wish him the best of luck. And more great news, as our women's basketball team will start the 2013-2014 season in the top 25. Coach Javi and her squad are ranked 24th in the Division II Bulletin Top 25. The Roadrunners are coming off their third trip to the NCAA tournament while returning key players in Amy Nelson, Cassie Lambrecht, and Kai DeGarmo. And finally, to the tennis courts, where freshman Naomi Holopainen finished 8th in the ITA Small College Championships. Way to go, Naomi.
It's great to see her doing well. It's also great to see that Peter, he's doing what he loves. He was with us for the past 3 years, my co-anchor for the past year, and really cool to see what he's doing.
Yeah, he will truly be missed, especially around here.
All right, well, switching from news to highlights, we're going to start with our men's soccer team. The Roadrunners looking to make it 3 straight wins over the Skyhawks. Carlos Mendez on the free kick. Ball bounces to Kevin Pacalca, who heel flicks it past the key for his first goal on the season. Second half, Andrew Mejia leaves the perfect pass for Danny Arubla, who rockets the shot for his 5th goal in the past 6 games. That puts Metro up 2-0. Fort Lewis scores to get the game within 1, but Metro strikes 2 minutes later. Nolan Gleivar heads it to Makir Oropeza, who heads it into the net. The Roadrunners defeat their bitter rivals 3-1 to grab 3 important points to keep pace in the RMAC standings.
Oh, big game. You know, Fort Lewis is our rival, and we knew it was going to be a tough game no matter what. And, you know, it was a tough game. Even when we jumped out 3-1, you know, it was only a relief once, you know, the game was over. So it was a good win for sure. You know, it was a free kick, and, you know, we hit it to the back post, and I'm not one of the guys that's going to go up and get it. So, you know, I kind of just swung around to the, you know, other side of the post, and, you know, it kind of bounced, and I just tapped it in.
I think that probably the difference was that, you know, we took care of our opportunities in front of the goal, so we were more opportunistic, and I think that was the difference, that we had good finishes today, and certainly Fort Lewis had their opportunities. I think, you know, we probably, saved 4 off the line, something like that. Mejia, big part of that.
While the men were taking down the Skyhawks at home, the women's team hit the short road to Regis University, just 5 miles away from downtown Denver. First half, Abby Roll finds Jordan Post on the far side. She fires it past the keep for the 1-0 lead. Coming down to the waning moments, Carissa Fernandez misplays the shot. It deflects off the crossbar. Cece Reinhardt comes flying in, heads it past Fernandez, and we are tied with under 15 minutes to go. But it would only take 2 minutes to snag the lead right back as Carissa Price is taken down in the box, allowing Rolfe to finish on this PK. The Roadrunners stay unbeaten, defeating the Rangers 2-1. 2 days later, the women's team hosted Colorado Mesa, who brought their stingy defense to the Mile High City. Or perhaps they didn't bring it, as Coach Pizza's offense went off in this one. Metro already up 1-0 on a Becca Medina PK. Marie Ipoc finds a streaking Zariah Fair, who rips the shot, gets deflected, and the keep has no chance. Second frame, Farley beats her defender. Again, the keep is helpless as the junior taps it in for her 6th goal of the year. How about a Carissa Price goal? Farley down the right seam. She fires, it's blocked, but she's there to center to Price, who deflects it in, and she adds to her RMAC leading 7th goal. Roadrunners find the back of the net 5 times to improve to 7-0-1 in the RMAC.
We knew that it would be tough. We went into overtime at Mesa and ended up getting that goal in the second overtime, so we knew it would be a battle. You know, Mesa's come on here in the last couple of years and surprised us and beat us 3-0, you know. So I think for us it was about making sure we showed up to play and playing a good 90 minutes, and I thought we did today, and that's something that we've continued to try to work on this season.
Sunday was a day of celebration for the men's soccer team as 5 Roadrunners were honored on Senior Day, and it was also Parents Appreciation Day. On to the game, senior Brendan Hughes with the pass to senior Andy Lopez, but the Grizzlies keeper comes out and swipes it away from the Lopez header attempt. Later in the half, Mendez centers into the box, the camera expecting a loft, and there you go. Lopez finishes for his 5th goal on the season. Second half, Aruba flies around the defense, tries to go far post, but is just wide. Metro continues their attack. Pierce Galan feeds Mendez, who tees it up, but misses the wide open attempt. Luckily, the lone goal holds up as Metro State earns that 3 points to stay close with Colorado Mines and Regis University in the standings. What a great weekend for our soccer teams. 4 games, 12 points, and they're right in the thick of things for hosting an RMAC playoff game. Quick update from our volleyball team. They went 1-1 this past weekend down in New Mexico. First night, they swept New Mexico Highlands 3-0, but that next night they were on the other side of the sweep, losing to Western New Mexico in 3 straight sets. Team looks to get back on track next week with 3 straight home games. And now still ahead on the show, we sit down with Metro State men's forward Andy Lopez, so don't go anywhere.
The Roadrunner Review would like to thank its sponsors, Jason's Deli. Real food is fresh, higher quality, more flavorful, less processed, and naturally better tasting. Get real food at any Jason's Deli location. And the Boulder Broker Inn, a proud partner and preferred hotel for Metro State Athletics.
Welcome back. In our last segment, you saw that our men's soccer team celebrated 5 seniors as they got ready to play their last games for Metro State. We talked with each senior and got their thoughts on playing soccer for the red and blue.
I love playing here at Metro State. It's been a great experience, especially under as good a coach as Ken. I've always had a good group here, and it's been one of the better experiences of my life.
It's been a lot of fun playing with some really good players my 4 years here, and I don't know, it's crazy how fast it goes. You always hear people say it, but I mean, when it actually happens to you, you realize what's going on.
It's funny because it's almost over. You look at your career, 4 years, it's like, passed by so quick.
Oh man, it's been this is my 4.5 year. It's been crazy. It's gone by so quick, and I don't want it to end, but it's been a good time, and we still got a lot of soccer to play, so it'll be good.
He's very blunt, and it takes a little getting used to, but he's a great coach, and he's going to be my last coach, at least college-wise, so I wouldn't want to have anybody else.
It's amazing how fast those 4 years go for those seniors, and all of us here at the Roadrunner Review want to wish them the best of luck at their future endeavors. I actually sat down with one of those seniors, Andy Lopez, to get to know him on the field as well as off. Welcome into another edition of Player Profiles. I'm Kevin Hall, along with senior midfielder Andy Lopez. Andy, great to have you here.
Thanks for having me today.
Now, you're originally from Phoenix. What made you choose to come to Denver?
It was a good program, and the tuition was pretty good, and it was a downtown, wanted to experience something different. Denver seemed like a great city, so that's part of my decision of coming here.
And it says that your major is psychology?
Yes, it is.
And what do you plan to do with that?
Upcoming my minors in coaching, actually, and for the first year, I want to be a counselor at a school and hopefully start my coaching career at a high school too, so I'm looking forward to that.
Is that your dream job?
Not really, but it's something I want to experience. I want to see where coaching takes me, and if I have the potential for that. If not, then I'll keep looking for a job and hopefully find something good.
And now, you played high school at La Jolla, and you also played basketball, so this question might be a little easy for you. If you weren't playing soccer, what sport would you be playing?
Basketball.
And what was your position?
Point guard.
What was your best game as a point guard? How many points did you average? Any steals, anything like that?
2 points shy of a triple-double. I had 14 assists, 11 steals, and 8 points. I'm not a selfish player.
That's good. Pass the ball around, get the team involved. And so you got to be listening to music right now. What is playing on your iPod right now that you just can't stop listening to?
That J. Cole album, that Yeezus, and that Holy Grail.
Caught up in all these lights and cameras.
That's what's been playing on my iPod consistently for the last couple weeks.
And now if you're going out to a game, is there like a pump-up song that you have to listen to?
Not really. I mean, I have my workout list and usually go with that, or I like to listen to Jay-Z a lot before a game. So,
do you have a favorite Jay-Z song?
For a pump-up, Moment of Clarity, I'll have that playing at least once.
Can you rap for us?
No. No. All right. But no rap. No freestyling tonight.
All right, well, maybe some other time. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Player Profiles with Andy Lopez. I'm Kevin Hall. We'll see you next time. You know, it's really fun to sit down with those players and see what they're like when they're not scoring goals, making kills, or shooting hoops. Now, still to come on the show, we got top plays, so don't go anywhere. We're coming right back.
Metro State Roadrunners, one of the most successful Division II programs in the nation. 6 national championships. 65 conference championships in the RMAC. 248 All-Americans. The season is almost here, and admission is free for all students. Great prizes will be handed out at select games, so make sure you're in the crowd. You can also follow the Roadrunners through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and GoMetroState.com. Get in the game and get rowdy.
We're coming down the home stretch here on the Roadrunner Review, but we're going to take a quick look at what's coming up next for our Roadrunners this weekend. Our volleyball team has 3 games in 3 nights, starting this Thursday when they host CSU Pueblo at 7 p.m. That night, faculty and staff can attend the match absolutely free, and they will be recognized before the game. Wear your pink for the following night as the Roadrunners host Western State for Dig Pink Night at the RRR Event Center. You can donate for breast cancer awareness online at GoMetroState.com or at the game. Saturday night, Adams State comes to town as we celebrate Kids Day. All kids have free entry into the match and will have an exciting opportunity to meet the team after the game. Our men's soccer team heads south to take on UC Colorado Springs at Mountain Lion Stadium. That match will take place under the lights at 7:30 p.m. The following Sunday, the Red and Blue will host the Colorado School of Mines for the rematch. Wear your red as the Roadrunners look to even the season series. The women's soccer team heads to Lakewood this Friday to take on the Cougars from Colorado Christian. Then on Sunday, the squad celebrates Senior Day as they host UC Colorado Springs at noon on Auraria Field. Time for top plays from this past weekend, and they're brought to you by the Regency. Play number 5 comes from the Regents game. Abby Rawl finds Jordan Post, who has all kinds of space to rocket this shot past the keep for the 1-0 lead. Roadrunners would eventually take the 2-1 win over their crosstown rivals. Another sweet shot in play number 4. Andrew Mejia makes the incredible pass to Danny Arubla, who then uses his left foot on the blast to record his 5th goal in the past 6 games. Seems to me like the sophomore slump is over. On to play number 3, the women taking on Colorado Mesa. The shot is sent in looking for the top right corner, but Carissa Fernandez does a great job of tapping it over the crossbar to keep those Mavs off the scoreboard. That's the type of play that wins you RMAC Defensive Player of the Week. Same game, Becca Medina on the free kick in play number 2. She reads the play, sends a driven ball to Maggie Rojas, who directs it into the net for her 1st goal on the season. And the top play from this weekend goes to the man of the match in a 3-1 win over Fort Lewis, and that's Andrew Mejia. The RMAC's preseason Defensive Player of the Year made 4 goal saves, backing up his buddy Keegan Hant. You see here Mejia misplays the possession, and it looks as if the Skyhawks are just going to waltz in and tie this game up. But Mejia sprints his way back into the play and slide tackles the ball out the end line. Great play from a great defensive player. Those were your top plays from this past weekend, and as always, it's brought to you by the Regency. Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. Be sure to check out GoMetroState.com for all your news and highlights of your favorite Roadrunner teams and athletes. For Miles Potter and the entire Roadrunner Review crew, I'm Kevin Hall. We'll see you next time.